Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well. So I've come on tonight because in one of my Facebook groups, Paper Art Happy Mail Australia and New Zealand, we were given a challenge to watch a video by Cynthia Maynard. Now I will link that video below, where she makes a thing that she's called pocket tags in a pocket. So we had to watch a video and then make one in our style for a swap. So I was actually really excited because I had an idea to drag out my sewing stuff for once. I've been wanting to get into a sewing journal one day, but I've got so many other things that I have to do. But I had this book sitting around, so I thought, well, why not make it a sewing themed one? And I used pages out of the book. So it's quite an old one, this one, and I just love the way it looks. And this was one that I grabbed from the recycle bin. So it's like 1963, but it's really cool because it has all your patterns. And it has some pages that are just text as well. So I thought it'd be really great to use those. So what we have to do is use this backing and put a pocket onto the backing, and then make some tags to go, make a pocket tag to go into this pocket, and then other tags to go in that tag pocket and this pocket, something like that anyway. So, I mean, I think we could pretty well do it whichever way we wanted to, but... And so I've used a page out of the book, it's just blue cardstock, and then a page out of the book, which, if you can see, I've sewed around. A bit neater than my usual sewing, so I think I'm making progress. There we go. So yes, I've sewed around that just with some light blue, and then cut one of the ladies out of the front of a vintage sewing pattern, which I've been stocking up on sewing patterns, so I'm so happy to be able to start using them. And then I cut some other little bits out of the sewing pattern as well, and I sewed those on. It doesn't want to focus unless my hand is there for some reason. But yeah, so I sewed around them as well, which I really like. I probably should have sewed around this pocket before I stuck it on, but I'll remember that for the next one because I think I'm going to be making a few of these. And then I've stuck a little bit of your sewing tape on, measuring tape. I inked it lightly with blue because it was quite white. And then I had some wooden flourishes that were sewing themed, so I painted that with some, I think it was pastel paint that I got from Kmart, and just backed it onto some blue stained cheesecloth and some calico. And then the pocket down here is a folded up bit of the book page that has the patterns on, and I've just stuck that on for the pocket. So I really love the way that's turned out. So then I had to make tags to put in there. So I thought, because I just bought my spool dies, been using them heaps, I'm like that. I get one thing that I like and I just do it for ages. So you'll be seeing spools for a while. So yeah, I've cut out the 3 different size spools, and that's the large one. So I have just backed them all, they're cut out in the blue cardstock, and then I have put sewing pattern onto them, which is quite see-through, so it shows the blue still. And then I've used a bit more of the patterns. It's the instruction sheet out of the pattern, sewing patterns. And then I've just put a button, which I put some thread in. And what I did was just cut 2 of the spools out and cut this one off so that it could be stuck on and make a little pocket in there. So I inked around the edges as well, I think. So, and then the next size down, I've basically done the same, just backed it with the sewing pattern and a bit of the instruction piece there, so that fits quite nicely into that one. And then the tiny teeny little one there, same deal, some sewing pattern and instruction as well. So I thought that was really cool. So now what I want to do is just add some little bits and pieces as a bit of a little extra happy mail to it. So I have all these blue things, so I thought on the little one I might do some ribbon. So I've got all these little blue ribbons here. I've got plenty of that one, so I'll just use some of that, I think. So yeah, it was so much fun doing that. Oh, and I put the buttons on, yeah, which you can see up there. I just stuck them on. I did put some thread in them, but I didn't like the way it looked for those ones, so I just left them bare. So some of my vintage buttons. So yeah, it was really good because I've been stocking up on the vintage buttons and the sewing patterns and sewing books. So it's great to find a way to use them, and it's heaps of fun cutting out all the little bits of the instruction sheet and that, so I'll be doing a lot of that in the future. So I might just get a good bit of this off. Be interesting to see how it looks once I've put all of these on. Now this is, I know there's a bit down the bottom where you can hook it in. Don't know if it's going to work with this though. I did bring my little knife just to make sure that it's open. Yeah, it looks open. Thought there might be another one on there I could stick it in to start it. But it's going to cover up the instruction piece, but that's why I thought I'd show you before I wrapped goodies around there. Be a bit of a surprise for the recipient then, won't it? And unwrap it and see that it's got some more decoration underneath. This will fit nicely actually. I love this spool dies. I think we're going to have to see if I can get it. There we go. Don't know if it's going to stay or not, but I'm just going to cut this little bit off. That looks alright. Hopefully it'll fit into the pockets alright. Now with this one I have, now I've just got to try and find the end of this stuff. Must be here somewhere. So yes, getting up to the 30s in the next few days. So been out weeding the garden again today. And keep up with the watering now, that's for sure. Alright, let's try this. Might be a bit big to stick in there. Oh, that fits. I think I'll have a bit better luck with this. Now, can't see through the eyelash trim. There it is. It goes in that little slit there. That looks alright. Might just do white and the ecru or ecru or however you say that word. So yes, been given an extension on the signature that I have to do for this month, so that is great because it means I can spend a few days now focusing on getting my Christmas journal done. Alright, now which side is the little? It's on this side. Try and get it in there. There we go. Sort of got it in there, I think. Doesn't want to stay there, but that's alright. This stuff sort of sticks together anyway. Let's have a look. It might even be good just to put two on. Yeah, I reckon it's better just to have the two on that, and it still fits in alright. And then we've got the little one, which the other thing we could do is put the little one in here. Still debating whether I'll put like tag toppers on them as well. So it will go in like that. And we might be able to just fit this one loosely. It's getting caught, I think, on the something like that. And it still fits in there alright, hey? That's not too bad, but that's how it's meant to go anyway. Something like that. Might be best not to put anything on that back one, or else I'll find a real flat, thick ribbon, I think, and wrap it around. The other thing I had, I thought I might stick in some of my vintage buttons and stuff, but it's getting quite bulky. They can just fit behind though, probably. I can fit that bit in there. And then stick this little flourish there, something like that. That looks alright. So yes, that's quite a nice gift actually. Be fun to post, but nah, it'll be alright. I'll just put something on top, some cardboard or something. So yeah, I reckon that's an awesome idea. I'm going to make a whole heap of these now, I reckon. Different colours and some that are just plain sort of vintage and that, because I think they'll be beautiful gifts for happy mails and stuff, and you can stick your little extras in there. So I thought I'd get on and show you. As I said before, I put all the ribbons and that on so you could see what I'd done. And that's what it looks like when it's jam-packed full of goodies. Take care everyone. See you later.